and we are going to do a mastery class on our 890 Serger. This pretty well does everything, including baking, I think. It'll do everything.
So, y'all,
Yep.
I had a Serger about 15 years ago, I think, and I managed to thread it, and I used it to hem the outside edges of fleece blankets for a church sale. That's it. I know nothing about Sergers.
So you're going to become very comfortable
Miss
with
Lorelei is going to teach me. Here we go.
it. This is an overlocker and a cover stitch machine.
890.
The 890 is. It is also an air threader. So everybody that has had Sergers in the past, and the dreaded thing is that the lower looper thread breaks on them.
That's in there, I know that.
And if it breaks, then usually that serger would sit for a long time until somebody would know how to thread it for them.
I could get it threaded.
Yeah.
What I couldn't do was figure out the tension. But my understanding is this one
Figures out
the
for
tension
you.
for you, yeah.
Another thing that if you notice, we have 4 different colors of thread on the back of this. So this is this is lower, upper, right needle, left needle.
And we're not going to use this one?
No, this is for cover stitch.
Oh, I see.
This
Okay.
is the cover stitch one.
Okay.
So that's what we're doing. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through. You can download. Is this on our website?
It will be in the video. In the description portion of the video, you will have a link where you can download this mastery workbook that we are working through, and it is called, what's it called?
Overlocker
Workbook number 1,
number
Basic
1.
Serger Use, which
for
would
the
be
L890.
would be the same for the 850, wouldn't it? If we're just doing the overlocker portion.
Yeah, if you're just doing the overlocker.
Okay, so the 850
about the same.
does not have the cover stitch function on it.
Yeah. It
but
does not have any of this.
No touch screen, but it does air thread.
It does air thread.
So it's a 4 thread?
Yes.
So it's a 4 thread, so it'll air thread and do all the other stuff that we're doing with this, but this one, because it has the cover stitch, has the 5th thread, yada yada. That's the difference. And the screen.
So, all right. So what we're going to do, I want you to turn the machine on. It turns on just like your Bernina.
Okay.
And then,
Is it going to make the Bernina burp?
I don't know. We'll see.
Just thinking. No.
No, it's
Huh.
quiet.
Okay.
So on here, if I'm on page 8,
Okay.
actually, no, I'm not. Let's go back here. You're going to oil this. We will get into where to oil. This is just as important to oil this machine as it is your other Berninas. We are going to talk about the presser feet. With this machine, 2 presser feet come with it.
Okay.
You have the regular, and then you are going to have a cover stitch presser
And they
foot.
go on and off just like...
Yep, it's right back. There's a button in the back that you push.
Okay. You have to be brighter than the...
Here, let me see.
I don't see a button. Oh, right here. I'm an idiot. Okay, so there's snap-on feet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so there's 2 of them that come with the machine.
Okay.
Now there's multiple feet that you can get for sergers, and you've got what they call an elasticator, which will put elastic on. You know, when my girls were pregnant, I made flannel sheets, and I could make a flannel sheet in less than 20 minutes, start to finish. And because I would use the serger, I'd serge the edges, and
How do you put the foot on? Oh,
it's just, you gotta move it up a little bit. There you go.
There you go. Okay.
There you go. So, I mean, there's elasticator, there's a beading foot, there is a blind hem foot.
that would be nice.
There is elastic There's many. Those
Isn't
are
there
just
like a decorative thread one or something?
there. Yeah, there's something like that.
Okay.
And the blind hem and the elasticator is the one that is nice.
Okay.
So, and we have them for the other machines, our other sergers too.
Yeah.
So needles, the L8 series takes an ELX 705 needle, so it's different
Okay.
than our sewing machine needles.
Okay.
And the threading, we'll go through that. It's you're going to use, right now we're using Serger thread. We carry this in our store. You can also use decorative threads on a serger. You can use, like I could use my Aurifil 50 weight.
Okay.
It's just you have different attachments of how they slide on and caps and everything.
Sure.
So you can use other threads. There's all kinds of, there's threads called woolly nylon. So like if I was doing a rolled hem, which we have rolled hem right here, if I was doing a rolled hem, the woolly nylon, it kind of puffs out, and so it fills in space.
Oh.
And it works nice for rolled hems.
Okay.
So there's all kinds of things that you can do with the serger as you get into it. So you're going to have downloaded your mastery workbook.
Okay.
And we are going to start on page 6.
Okay.
Now there's the main functions. It says here that basic navigation. So we're going to go into the main function, which is the house. And it's right there. Yep.
Okay.
And you can have a guided mode or the expert mode. Now, to me, you know what? I would use the guided mode anyway.
Really? Okay, good.
Why not? Have them tell me what to do. I don't want,
Me too.
So those are the modes that you have.
Okay.
There. You can also, if you look here, there's settings. We'll get into more of that.
Okay.
You have your breadcrumbs, so move back with your breadcrumbs.
Okay.
You have go ahead and touch your book. So there's kind of a manual right in there for you too.
Okay.
You have creative consultant. So it's just like on our sewing machine, it'll tell you how to set up certain things. So go ahead and close out of there. And then you have your eco on there too, which is nice.
How do you open it up? Oh, you have to touch the leaf. Okay.
Okay. So what I want you to do, there is a help function right here. So let's go ahead and go in.
To guided?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
So if you go touch your question mark, I think. Go ahead and touch that.
Not in regards to just
Touch it now. Touch what you wanted to.
schematic view of stitch. Show the schematic view of stitch, multicolored, or switch to true view stitch. Oh, I see.
Yeah. So it's going to tell you what on that screen.
So in schematic, the colors on there match the colors on here
Right.
and here.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And I will tell you that the best way to learn your serger is to do it to the color scheme here.
Okay.
You'll see, because it's really hard to know what stitch isn't looking right.
That was my whole problem.
Yes. And then you start fidgeting with all of these,
And it never gets right.
you never know where you are.
It gets
so
worse.
when you're adjusting anything on a serger, it's one little piece at a time, and you start with one section. You don't go.
Well, and I can see the benefit of this because
Right.
if I know that this blue thread is too loose, then I know it's this one.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's good. Once you get and you learn it, then you don't have a problem seeing it.
Okay.
Then you can go to the same color of thread, on there. All right. You have your clear button, and that will, if you made any changes, it will clear just like your sewing machine did. Then settings and help, we kind of went through that all down here. We just did that. Now we're going to let's go home again. Yeah, all right. So this is where you're going to select whether you want to guide it or you want it to go expert, I don't need
Look
your
what
help.
it sees. What is the difference?
Well, we'll see.
Doesn't
Go
really
back
show
to
much.
guided.
Doesn't really show much different than the.
But it will in that you've got video, you'll have, when you go in here, it does
Here?
show, yeah, go there. So there's videos and different things that you can pick. That's gonna name it
Oh, I don't want to do that.
now. Let's go back out. There we go.
No, I can't. Okay, there.
No, you don't want to be at
No,
save.
I'm in that.
There, that's where I
Okay.
want you anyway.
Oh, okay, good.
So on page 7, we showed you the tutorial, the manual.
The manual.
That is
yeah,
right down in
in
here. Creative consultant.
That was in here.
Right. The breadcrumbs are always these grayed out areas, and
Right.
you move back like a folder, just like on our sewing machine. Eco mode, we talked about that. Okay, we're going to go into, on page 8, we're going to go into our settings. So go to your home and touch settings. All right. Now I want you to go into the people, I think. Touch the little person. Yep. This is where you can set up the color that you want, the background screen. You can put in your name. You can name it whatever you want. You know, you can do all different things like that here. So it's much like the same that we do in our sewing machines.
So it says welcome right now. We'll say howdy. Now it says howdy, and it's teal.
And it's teal. Imagine that.
Imagine that.
Okay. So then that's how you can go ahead and change any,
I did.
the appearance.
I put polka dots in too.
Oh, did you? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's nice.
Or I could do that. This thing. Can I do this thing? There you go. Little
Oh, yeah.
clamshell looking things.
Huh. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right. So then we're going to go, it's still on page 8, program the sewing speed.
Okay, so I'm going back. My breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
And sewing speed, I'm going to assume, is in my RPM.
Yeah, look
Okay.
at that. And there's your sewing speed. Now, you can program this. There's 2 different speed things on this. So if you're not wanting to go fast, then you can set the second one.
So what's the first one?
It is 1350. Yes,
I asked a hard question.
you did. You know what? Because I could care less how fast.
Never gone in here.
No.
So the bottom one is the actual stitches per minute.
Touch the, yeah.
So I think the top one's probably stitches per minute because that's at 1350, and a regular Bernina goes like 1100 stitches flat out, and the Serger goes faster, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So probably 1350 is stitches per minute, and then
The one below, because it doesn't.
so I would
really-
guess, I'm guesstimating that the top is maximum speed and the bottom is minimum speed. Because there's an arrow going up on the 1350 and there's an arrow going down on the 250. So I'm going to guess maximum and minimum speed.
Yeah. And you're going to scroll it down or up.
Or use the button.
Yep, you can do either way.
Yeah. And we can go like that. There.
So, and in order to go back, you can touch that, and it'll take it right back to the normal.
Okay.
Okay. Machine settings. Let's see.
Back
here.
again.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we're going to, there is other helpful information found in the setup menu under the machine settings icon. Here you can set the language. So like if I went.
Machine?
Yeah, there's machine. So right up here, I can set my language.
Oh
what
my,
I
you can
wanted.
only speak German or English in this one.
Yep. So what? Thank goodness they gave us.
Let's not do German.
So you can do
Okay.
that. Okay. You can check firmware. You can. So let's go in here.
There, we'll tell
And
you
that will tell you what.
what your firmware version is. So our firmware version is version 42.00.02.
So let's go back. And then this is, I think you can call, you can download.
This is to put in phone numbers for places to call. So if you put your text number and whatever, this is on the same
Yeah,
it's on the
it's on-
Bernina's as well.
And I've never played.
So you can put you can put your email in here, you can put your text email in here, you can put your phone number, your text phone number, you can put the website to where you go. On here is where your service person, your
Will
tech
download.
will put a USB stick in, and they can type in here what they're doing to the machine when they do service on the machine.
Oh, okay. So that isn't where you would download them.
No, where you would you're talking about your updates?
Yeah, the
is right
updating
here.
is right there, and is it much like the how
the
we
exact
update?
same.
Okay.
It's the exact same. So you go into your settings, you go to your sewing machine, you touch the update, you put your USB stick in and hit the button, and off it
That's-
goes.
That's it. So you don't have to be connect. I mean, is it?
You're going to download your firmware version, excuse me, off of BERNINAUSA.com.
Okay.
And if you search
Onto
firmware,
that USB.
you're going to drag it onto your USB stick, and there's 3 files. You have to put all 3 files on your USB stick. So it's a zip file that you're going to download from the Bernina USA. You open the zip file, and it's going to give you a bootloader and a data file, and then the actual firmware. All 3 files go on your USB stick. You just unzip the file, drag all 3 things into your USB stick, and then take your USB stick,
And
pop it in here, and hit update. Easy peasy.
So there's no place here to.
Well, it's around here somewhere.
Might be.
Probably in the back. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's somewhere. There's a hole to put a USB stick.
There's
Okay.
got to be something there. Okay, so let's go selecting a stitch on page 9. Selecting a stitch, direct stitch
Okay, wait.
selection.
Let me get out of here.
Right there. There you go.
Okay.
Okay. So I can decide whether I want to, am I going to do an overlock? Am I going to do just a cover stitch? Or am I going to do a cover stitch overlock combination? I
Fancy.
can choose what I want to do. Today, we are going to deal with just the overlock.
Okay.
I will tell you guys that I have friends that have combination machines like this, and when they get it into their cover stitch, they have no idea how to get it out of it. And
Okay. That's bad.
yeah, but this is probably the easiest thing I've ever done. It's when we get to
Cool.
that point. Okay, so you're going to select the folder for the group that you're going to do. You're going to touch the image of the stitch you want to select. Now, I want to do a 4th thread. So that would be the
4?
first. No.
Oh.
This one, the first one.
So how do I know what the difference is between those?
Because I can look on here and see that there's 4 threads.
Okay, so on this one I see 3, yellow, green, and red.
Uh-huh. And on
This
that,
one is 3, yellow, red, and blue. Yellow, red, and blue. So what's the difference between that one and this one?
probably the one is wider.
Yes, it
There's
is.
different
It
widths
is.
on it.
Okay, that one's yellow, red, and blue. That one's green, red, and blue.
So you're gonna have 2 threader.
That one's green, red, and blue, different size. That one's blue, green. So, there's a lot of stitches in
There's
here.
a lot of stitches.
Do we have in our manual? Do we have
Yes.
something that tells us what all these are?
Not
Not in that book.
not
in the manual.
but in your manual you
Okay,
will. Yes,
good.
and
All right.
it's going to tell you. Actually,
So you want me on stitch number 1?
yeah. Actually, this comes with it. This is a quick start.
Okay.
And so it kind of gets you right into what you're wanting to do.
Okay.
So my suggestion is when you get a machine like this, sit down with it, play with it. You're not going to break it. But it will tell you, basically, it's going to give you kind of an overview of what we're doing even right now.
Okay, here you go. Here's your stitches. Right there.
So the first one is your fourth
Thread overlock with integrated safety seam. Mm-hmm. Here you go. It's for different fabrics. Let's go back. 2 is 3-thread super stretch. 3 is 3-thread overlock wide. 4 is 3-thread overlock narrow. 5 is 3-thread flat lock wide. 6 is 3-thread flat lock narrow. 7 is 3-thread narrow seam. It's down here. 8 is 3-thread rolled hem. Oh, you can kind of see that.
Yeah.
9 is 2-thread wrapped overlock wide. 10 is 2-thread wrapped overlock narrow. 2-thread flat lock wide is 11. 2-thread flat lock narrow, and then you get more rolled hems down in here. 2-thread rolled hem. Oh, there's a blanket stitch. That's on 28. There's your blanket stitch. That's a blanket stitch. And that's a picot stitch. Huh.
I think with that picot, one of them, I think you can make fringe. It'll do a fringing type of thing.
Really?
I think so.
Fun stuff. Okay. Well, good to know. We have
Yeah.
this. Okay.
Okay, so we're at the fourth thread,
Okay.
and
I'm not, but I will be.
yeah.
Now I'm at the 4th thread. Okay.
So now you've got okay. So now we're on page 10, and
Okay.
we're going to look at manual settings on here. And so I want you to go to the finger, the hand thing.
Okay. It doesn't want to go to the hand thing.
Huh. Well, that's what it's telling us to do. Oh, that's when you're in expert mode.
Oh, yeah, because you
so-
told me to go.
Right, so go here, go to expert mode. Now go
Oh,
to the hand
oh.
thing. Now it tells you.
So we don't even get access to that when you're in the beginner tutorial. Okay. All right.
So let's do closing out of there or
I can go back. No, I can't.
right there. Okay. The manual settings, if you open that up, there, well, let's go there again.
There.
Yeah, from there. And we'll go to the,
Yeah.
yeah, there. Why won't that? Okay, maybe. There we are.
Okay.
Okay, so the presser foot is telling you that you need C11.
And it says it on the side, on this foot, it says C11 on the side. So it doesn't say it on the post like they do on the other feet. It says it over here. Okay.
So then, this is your looper, your upper looper converter,
Okay.
which is right here. What that does is I can put that down in there and it will keep the upper looper, you don't have to thread it. So when you're doing certain stitches, like a 2-thread or it's the converter. It converts that into not, being an upper looper.
Okay.
So usually this is something extra that comes in a box and you have to,
Install it?
you put it on there. Yeah, yeah.
Well,
So
we're
it's
glad that's
right
already
there.
in there. Okay.
Okay, let's take this off.
Okay. Does it just slide out?
There's a latch.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. So here is telling you whether they want the knife up or want knife down.
Okay.
So right over here, there's a slider that you can push, and that knife will go down.
Okay. So the line with the knife over it shows that it's up, and then the line
you can
with the
look
knife
here,
under it,
and now it's down.
and it's down.
So it will tell you, hey, do I want
There.
my knife up or do I want my knife down?
There it's up. There it's down. Okay.
Okay. The next thing is cutting width, which should have, is there scissors? Yeah, right
Right
here.
there.
So it's telling you that it's at a 6.
6 millimeters.
So if I wanted to change it, I can change the width. Now, let's open this up. Go ahead and turn it and watch what the knife does.
Okay, so this is our knife right here. And you want me to,
Yep, now you're moving it closer. So
that's
you're
as
get-
close as it's
uh-huh.
gonna get. But I can,
And now you can move
Wow.
it out to 9.
way out.
Yeah. So you can, so that's where you would adjust it. If you wanted a deeper seam, you wanted to take more off,
right.
then you can adjust, that's where you adjust that.
Okay,
MTC,
there.
what it's the normal is gonna be set
Zero.
at 0.
Which is this
So
right here.
in here, let's see if I can somehow get this to show you. Do you see this finger right here? Maybe I can. Right here. There's a finger. It's like if you look, if I pull this back, it
Oh,
takes
yeah.
the finger for the rolled hem away. It's what the thread goes around. Well, with the MTC, what I'm able to do, sometimes my thread will be looping a little bit more over the edge than what it should, or it will not be looping enough. So I can take this and watch that finger. I can adjust the width of that finger.
Oh,
And a lot of times when it's not a tension issue. It would be, try this first.
oh, okay.
Try adjusting that finger where you, in there, and it'll a lot of times use up that thread. It'll create it to
Okay.
work. Okay, so that is that. Then you go and you have pressure foot. Your
Pressure.
There.
There.
Up here is
up
your
here.
pressure, and this you can change. It's going to tell you that the normal is 4, but when you get into your different stitches, it may tell you to take it down. And this is where you can adjust that pressure.
Okay.
All right, the next one, upper looper position.
Is this?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
So there's your upper looper.
This.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And then the next one is lower looper insert.
This.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
And I'm not sure what that is. I'm gonna have to look that up.
Okay.
And then your rolled hem selector lever
Is that.
and it's telling you that it's on overlock, but if I take it, I can pull it down when I need it, and that's now a looper.
Okay. So then all these changes we made in here, then we would hit the green button, that would save it, and we're,
So go ahead and touch that. Now this is going to take me, and it takes me all the way through. There's no,
unthreading required. Attach presser foot, adjust presser foot
so
pressure.
it's gonna take you
to
through.
4. Insert needles in position shown. Activate knife, adjust the cutting width. Attach knife cover insert, activate upper looper, hook out, upper looper converter. Set rolled hem selection lever to 0.
Okay, now push one of those. And it
Oh,
gives
there,
you a
gives you a video.
video, right, of what to do.
Cool.
So that is that first section, and we will come back with, when we come back to our next video, our YouTube, we are gonna come back and we'll start with stitch view on page 11
Okay.
and that. Okay?
All right.
So we will see you next time. Stand by, because we're gonna be doing some fun things with this.
More stuff.
We'll see you later. Bye-bye.